Hi Ellie, Jane and Jude. I'm just taking the opportunity to record a bit of a user experience for our current training system, which is used by Leeds teaching hospitals, and there's a few other trusts using some of our applications also, as I mentioned. What this system will allow me to do is to just show you a typical virtual induction, an online induction. This system is being used by Leeds to coordinate mandatory, statutory and some additional training for contracted staff, also non-contracted and also junior doctors. So what you can see now is the front facing end of the site and the system online, which is accessible from anywhere. Now what you see here, the format can be very different based on your needs. So I'll give you an example of the updated version that we're going to produce for Leeds. So this here, on what you can see in front of you, is going to be the new home page for the Leeds training site. And as you can see, there'll be room for a video, some news articles, some ongoing statistics, etc. So as you can see, this can change to the user preference. So if we go back to the system, I'm going to register, and I'm just going to go through the registration first of all. It's very simple. So if we click registration, we go through. This is in relation to a contracted member of staff, but it's pretty similar for anybody else also. You fill out these fields, you simply click register, and then you can log in straight away. So if I log in as a junior doctor, okay. Okay, so I've logged in now as a junior doctor, and what I'm required to carry out as part of my junior doctor induction is here in front of me. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 competencies, topics, whatever you wish to call them, for me to complete as part of my junior doctor induction for the trust. So every competency or training topic has some course details attached. As you can see on the right hand side, there's an overview of what that particular training topic is about. Then, as you can see here, we have course task links, and that's essentially the resources you attach to each course. So it can be an e-learning package, it can be video, it can be a document, a range of things which you wish to be a part of this induction process. Now, as you can see, we've got a status which says not started, and that corresponds with the red. And as you start and move forward and progress with these, we eventually get to green, and the objective would obviously be to turn all the reds into greens. But at any time you log in, you see a breakdown of your training and the status accordingly. So if you want to know a little bit more about this particular course task, if we click on the blue eye, it just gives us some further instructions. And then when we want to actually start and carry out the e-learning package as part of this virtual induction, we'd simply click go. So the e-learning package loads up accordingly, and we work through it accordingly. Okay, so you can see there's a variety of different things which all form the e-learning online induction package. Okay, so if I exit this, it's going to take me straight back to my home page as a user, and as you can see now, my status has changed to incomplete. So it's gone from not started to incomplete. So essentially what's going to happen is, if I go back, I've now got the option of, would you like to return to your previous location? Yes. And it takes me back to the point where I was just about to get to. Okay, and that's the same for any e-learning package, but also we've got a variety of other things on here. So for example, ePro, this is a video as opposed to an e-learning package, but the format's exactly the same. I can click the I button for further information, and then when I want to carry out the learning, I simply press go and the video is going to load up. Okay, and we move through it accordingly as part of our junior doctor induction. I'm simply carrying out what typically the user would carry out as part of this induction process, but obviously doing it a little bit faster. Okay, so I'm going to come out of this and I go back to my training breakdown. But overall, the content attached to these training topics can be anything, whatever you specify them to be. So this is really from a user perspective as part of their online virtual induction, whatever you wish to call it. Now from an administration perspective, I'm going to log into the site as an administrator, and I've got a variety of logs. So if I log out first of all and just show you how to log in. Okay, every administrator will have set login credentials, and when we go in as administrator, we get access to the administration dashboard and also access to reports, etc. So as a dashboard here, we can pull through a range of statistics in relation to what's going on with the training we're managing. So we can have an overview of mandatory, click for priority, how many registrations we've got per day, how many user sessions we have per day, for example. These are the type of things we can look at as administrator. Now if we go into the logs, what I want to try and do is look at the training that's been undertaken. So we're going into the training log for junior doctors. This is a typical log for capturing the training, so we can see who did it, when they've done it, and what they've actually done, for example. Okay, and then if we have an admin person who updates that, we can attach who's done it and updated that record. And if I was to update any of these records, my name would go into this as updated by. So this is a training log. So here, from the user perspective, this is where they can log in and access those materials. But secondly, from an administration perspective, this is where we can see the range of different logs and reports, etc., in order to manage and monitor what's actually going on. Now, there's a few different ways that we can actually access training. So let me show you another thing. What I'm going to do now is just go through a registration process, but I'm going to register for a non-contracted member of staff. So we'll make up a name. Okay, so email address, well, I'm just going to make up my own personal one. Okay, and I'm going to put in a password. Okay, register. Okay, try a different one. It's telling me the email address already in use, which it is. Okay, so I've registered. So what I'm going to do now to log in is put in my email, my password. Okay, so as a non-contracted member of staff, I've got to specify where I'm going to be working. So as you can see, I can select from a range of divisions, and then I can select my corporate service unit, and I can select my organisation. So based on what I select here as a non-contracted or local member of staff, for example, is going to determine what I'm presented with next. So if I leave these settings as they are now, and just for the sake of this demonstration, I've selected those based on where I'm going to be working. Okay, if I click submit, I'm then taken through to the training that is relevant to me. So a similar format to what I showed you with the junior doctors, for example. So I've got some e-learning over here, a staff booklet. Okay, so this is a booklet which is an example of a different format again. As you can see, opens up. Okay, and then there's a range of additional learning courses which are applicable to this non-contracted member of staff based on their selection. So that particular format could work within any organisation. So the people logging in and registering could select where they're going to work, the department, etc., and they'll be presented with the relevant training accordingly. And then going back to the logs, we'd be picking up the same logs accordingly for non-contracted staff. So overall, as you can see, there are a variety of different angles we can come at this from, but the main thing is that we present a straightforward experience to the user, and then obviously a straightforward experience for the administrators accordingly. But like I say, everything is bespoke and made to fit for your organisation. I hope this demonstration has given you some clarity. I'm going to send you some more information on email. Okay, thank you.